Hi, everybody. Welcome. We're back for another installment of editorial news and Greenhouse Grower news, and just to give you little insights from the Greenhouse Grower editorial team on what's going on in the industry and what kind of things we're working on. So I'm Janine Wright, editor, and I'm here with Julie Hewitt, our managing editor. We're going to excuse Brian today. He's had a few car troubles, so he will return with us for the next video, hopefully. So Julie, let's just start off by talking a little bit. We have a lot of event stuff going on.
We do.
With Greenhouse Grower right now, we're 1 week away from our Connect event, which is exciting. But what we really want to talk about more so than that is Grow Executive Summit coming up. And I can give you a few more details this time about it. So it is November 30th through December 2nd. I'm excited. We have Van Wingerden and Metrolina keynoting it. Charlie Hall is going to be coming. We have people from Monsanto. RJ Romano is coming to talk about supply chain. We've got several great growers on panels that are going to participate. So I'm really looking forward to some of the topics that we're going to be covering around supply chain, profitability, and labor especially. And I think it's going to be a timely time, especially on the labor front.
I think so too. I think we have a lot of great information that growers can look forward to at that event. But in addition to that, we're also having some events with horseback riding and riding a dune buggy. So you should come for that as well, because that's always a lot of fun.
Exactly. Yeah, we wanted to really build in, we listened to some of your feedback about the event, and more networking was what the growers asked for, and more grower on grower networking. So we built in some of those events that first day on November 30th. Just to give you time to visit with each other and get to know each other and exchange ideas and do it in a fun way. So be sure to go to growexecutivesummit.com to check that out, and registration is going on now. And if you watch with some of the things that we're doing, you will see some discounts in there. So watch for those, but register soon because those won't last forever.
So we look forward to seeing you in Fort McDowell, Arizona this year. We think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. And it's going to be warm. So,
yes.
If you're from cold where we are, it's a good thing.
A nice vacation from Cleveland, for sure.
Right. And then we just wrapped up getting the video ready for that we did on the Grow Executive Series forecasting webinar. And that was really good. We had several speakers on that gave some great advice. So by the time you see this video, that will be posted on the website. So watch for that. So you can watch it on demand. There's a lot of great information on that. And then we also have our next Grow Executive Series webinar coming up. And it is going to be on the art of selling direct to consumer. So that is going to be October 27th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be covering things like, how do you get started if you haven't got started? What are some of the pros and cons? But also talking with this panel of growers who are well experienced in doing this about, some of the economics of it and the setup and some of the logistics, because that's so important. And Julie's going to be participating as moderator. She's done a whole e-commerce series that's great to check out if you haven't seen it. So we're excited for that.
Thank you. I'm excited to moderate it. I really enjoyed the e-commerce series because me coming as a newcomer to the horticulture industry, I learned a lot, but you can tell that people who haven't gotten into direct to consumer are really looking to learn more about it as well, as we're shifting toward getting literally everything from Amazon these days. Growers are really looking for more information on direct to consumer and how to make it profitable for their operation. So this webinar will be a great opportunity to do a deep dive with people who are really doing that well and get their expert knowledge for your own operation.
Yeah, exactly. I know when the thing everybody's told me that I've talked to about it is the whole setup is so important and how you design, things. So I know we'll be diving deeper into that kind of stuff for sure. Mm-hmm. We also wrapped up Green Career Week just on the 7th. So that was new. Saw a lot of stuff on social media on that. So Julie, talk a little bit about that. Like, what kind of things did you see or kind of that you took note of?
Well, I thought it was really interesting. The organization Seed Your Future hosted Green Career Week from October 3rd through the 7th. So that just recently wrapped up. And they were really encouraging growers to reach out to their local communities and talk about employment opportunities in 3 ways. They suggested to bring local high schoolers to their operation and give them a tour and show them what it looks like to grow plants and some of the different types of equipment that you use. And just introduce them to this industry and let them know that working in horticulture is an option that they have too. But if you weren't able to bring local students to your school, to your operation, another opportunity for you was to go to their school and give a presentation, maybe give a slideshow or something like that, with photos and videos, and give them a virtual tour. And it looks like operations across the country did both. But what was also very popular was to do a social media push and interview some of your employees and post photos of your operation. And people use the hashtag Green Career Week on Instagram. So if you search that, you'll find all of the posts from last week. And we had quite a few interesting things. We had the operations manager from Loma Vista Nursery. He put up a video on Instagram, and he talked about his job responsibilities. And he talked about his favorite part of his job, which was mentoring other people. He said that he's been in the industry for a long time, and he started out as the youngest person at the operation, and now he's the oldest person. And he enjoys working with the younger people and sharing all of his knowledge that he's gained over the years. So that's one thing that was really interesting to see. We also saw a post from Doom and Orange about this year's winner of their Dr. P. Allen Hammer Scholarship. And they talked about how they choose a student every year who's shown excellence in academic achievement and community service and is a leader in horticulture to present this $5,000 scholarship to. So we learned more about that. That's a common way to, recruit people to the industries, to look at what financial aid opportunities there are while they're still in college. And then we also heard from Smith Gardens, and they posted some photos of a local horticulture class that visited their operation, and some of the growers gave them a tour and talked about the details of growing plants. And it's interesting to me because I think a lot of people enjoy growing plants, but don't really see it as a career option for them. So I think that this push on social media was really a great opportunity to show people that you don't have to just go to the nursery and buy succulents and keep them in your bedroom. You can actually work at the greenhouse. You can grow the plants, or if you're not interested in growing the plants, there are so many other options as well, positions in sales and accounting and management, all sorts of business options. So I encourage you guys to go on social media with the hashtag Green Career Week and look at what operations all across the country did to promote career opportunities and try to recruit young people, and see what works for your operation as well.
Yeah, I think it was great to see what went up on social media and seeing those shared around. And I think, we don't have to keep it just to this career week. We can, encourage all of us to make those kind of posts to let people know about all the different careers that are available in horticulture.
Absolutely.
So it's great to see efforts like that. I think wrapping up a little bit, just a couple of other news that we've noticed over the last couple weeks. The sad news about Rob LaRose of BioSafe passing away. Our condolences to the family, and our thoughts are with you. That's a terrible loss to the industry and to all involved. And we especially have thoughts going out to the family and also to BioSafe as they make this transition in their leadership and figure out what their next steps are. And then Hurricane Ian obviously has been in the news, and from reports we've seen and stuff, sounds like there was, some structural damage, a lot of plastic being ripped off and coverings like that. But for the most part, it doesn't sound like the damage was too terribly bad or as bad as people thought it was going to be initially. So our hearts go out to those growers. We hope that, you can get back on track soon with fixing things and things running normally. I'm just glad that it wasn't worse than, it could have been.
Me too. I was interviewing a grower outside of Tampa just before the hurricane came, and she was telling me, she's like, we're boarding up the greenhouse as we speak. And I was like, oh my goodness, good luck. And then I did follow up with her afterwards, and thankfully she said that the greenhouse wasn't damaged at all. Nobody was injured. They just lost about 15 trees on the property. So that's too bad, but it could have been worse. So we're happy to hear that we don't have too much damage from the hurricane.
So anyways, a few things going on, and we'll be back with more in a couple weeks, and so we hope you'll join us then.